All right. Yeah. No. Yesterday, I think I saw the most normal film of the batch so far. I saw the movie Together. Stars Ed Helms. Ed Helms plays a guy. He's a middle-aged guy who decides that unmarried, decides that he wants to have a baby, and then hires a surrogate to have the baby. He buys an egg, I guess, and you know how all that stuff works. But the story really is about it's one of these stories that is just about what it is. It's about a guy who has a surrogate have a baby for him, and it's this relationship between him and the surrogate. And she's about I want to say I think her name's Patti Harrison, but she's 26, he's middle aged, and it's this friendship that builds between the two of them. And then so it's and weirdly they don't fall in love. I don't know what the writer was thinking, but they just keep these two people as friends and as and a building friendship, so to speak. And then it deals with the issues of why men at this age are having babies. And it's this idea that men have, in a way, their own biological time clock, and some are getting to that age where they need to have a kid now, or they're just going to be too old. They're going to become Alec Baldwin, basically. And and so there's the pressure, the societal pressure of that, and then you have the surrogate who decides she's going to do it because she's had a baby of her own and gave that up for adoption, and she feels she's best equipped to remain emotionally detached from the birthing process at this point. And the drama just occurs between this friendship and how they, it just, there's a moment where they talk about, well, could you ever marry me? And then they get into this long discussion about Woody Allen. And, and so, what I love about this movie is these are just normal people. These two people are people we know. They're people who are in our friend circle doing things that are outside what the society considers normal, and yet we relate to them completely. We totally understand where they're coming from, and it's just an amazing story without this high drama of is she going to keep the baby? Does he have to sue her? There are contracts involved, but that's because there's always contracts involved. But it is really about friendship and this platonic friendship.
Well, I actually have.
It is.
I mean, why do you think that they needed a romance? Was the story missing something? I mean, because not everybody I know.
Hollywood needs a romance, and that's what they're playing against. They're saying this is, the movie is as real can be, and the reality is that you can be friends with someone of the opposite sex without having romance. You can love someone of the opposite sex, the same sex, whatever, but it's this platonic love and that's essentially what we generally have with our friends, with you guys. I love you guys.
It's just a side of Alan you don't see.
Yeah.
The softer side of
Alan.
So where did the tension and the plot, kind of like the script, come from? If there's no problems with the surrogacy and there's no romantic tension between them, what's the conflict? Is there any?
Yeah, weirdly, it's the conflict between. To me, the biggest conflict is the fact that people don't make movies like this. They don't tell these kind of stories. That's why that's why you'll have Harrison Ford falling in love with a teenager, and Gerard Depardieu. That's what Hollywood expects, and to have two people just become really good friends. The conflict is really about the situations they're in, why he wants to have a child, and the way his family looks upon it. And for her, just the estranged nature of her and her family, especially with having a child before, and and just through all that, two people just becoming really good and deep friends.
Cool.
I just wanted to make a comment that I really appreciate the fact that they don't have this older man, like that it's obvious that he's going to get together with this like 26-year-old, because it's so unrealistic. But like you said, it's in like every movie, and so I think that's cool that they went astray from that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talking about feelings and emotions in it, and it happens in very natural ways. And like they go into couples counseling, led by Notaro, and they have they support groups. They do the whole in-home birthing thing. Rosalind Chao's in it, which is great. So it's a very interesting film. It's very normal and down to earth, and it's probably one of these weird standouts from Sundance. Just a normal movie.